In previous video, I discussed with you about the first principle thinking approach, what actually it is, and how it works to solve the problems in our day-to-day life. In today's video, I just want to narrate it a little bit more briefly, and I just want to discuss with all of you about a great person's and his inventions and the mode of his investment, so that it will encourage us to do something good, do something best in our life. It's very natural, as well as it's very obvious, that we always learn from the instances. We learn from the great successful people, we learn from their achievements. Therefore, it's always to be advised that we need to read the novels and their autobiography of the great successful people, inventors, and those who achieved something which is more than the normal people's dream. So today I'm going to explain about nowadays the most talked person about Elon Musk, and how he has used this first principle technique in his futuristic business ideas, and which also make us think, which make us believe that if we truly hardcorely follows our dreams with some great research and with dedication, with passion, then nothing is impossible to achieve. Whenever we talked about Elon Musk, then the first and then the two things came in our mind, that is the Tesla and the SpaceX. For these two major companies, he has been talked about the most in this era, at least. He has been the most talked about person and the great personality. So now today I'm going to discuss with you about how he has been, he just has implemented the first principle technique in his all the futuristic, in his all the business areas. First of all, I want to talk to you about the SpaceX. How the SpaceX has been evolved, and what are his logic and thinking behind the SpaceX. So SpaceX company just has been developed in 2002. It's born in 2002, and the reason behind SpaceX is that he wants to create something different in the space industry, and he wants to colonize. He has a concept of colonization in Mars. He believed that maybe after 50 years or after 100 years, it's impossible for the people to live on the earth, and therefore there is a different, people needs a different planet to stay. To just, this is his idea behind the SpaceX company. So when he started research about that, what are the basic points which are needed to be considered if we want to open the SpaceX type of company. Then after doing a lot of research, he found that first and foremost thing, if you want to explore the space industry, he needs some great rockets, he needs some great spacecrafts, space engines, just to land in space. For this, after doing the research, he get the tenders from many of these companies, and he gotten roughly idea that approximately $70 million is required just to buy one rocket. So it's a huge cost, which is huge cost for any startup. Then he thought that it's impossible for him to buy the rockets and then start the company. Therefore he started thinking that how he can make it practical without buying it. If he's not going to buy this rockets, then how he can solve the problem. Then he thought that what are the materials needed? What are the materials needed for making the rockets and the spacecrafts and the space engines. Then he, after doing the research, he finds that there are titanium, there are lots of copper blend and lots of other materials which are needed for this making of the spacecrafts and the rockets. Then after doing the research, and he has gone to the commodity market, and after doing lots of research, he found that he will be able to make it, or able to start the production of this spacecrafts approximately 2% of the cost. Means whatever, means if for example there is 100 rupees cost, anyone he has to pay rupees 100 to buy a rock, to buy anything, he just can make it at the rate of rupees 2 if he develop that particular thing in-house manufacturing. Definitely for this thing he needs lots of other things, he needs lots of workforce, he needs lots of other infrastructures, machineries and all those things. But still he will be able to generate, he will be able to create the spacecrafts and space engines at approximately 1/10 cost. The cost which has been quoted to him, he will be able to generate it approximately 1/10 cost. This is the way the SpaceX company has been developed. He had seen such a big dream that in between he can't see anything else. He has such a great passion in his dream, related to his dream, that he just think that what are the difficulties he's going to face in between this dream and in between to make reality of his dream. And then he started working on that particular concept, and today we can see the result, that what's the huge way the SpaceX has been evolved, and how it's give a tough competition to any other space related sectors. So his main motto behind building the SpaceX company is that he believes that at some point of time people need to move away from Earth, and for this a separate planet is needed. Therefore the colonization into the Mars is his main motto behind making the SpaceX. And for this he also have an idea that how to reduce the space transportation cost, how to launch the spacecraft, space engines, the rockets in the space at a lower level of cost. And this is a complete idea, madness. If you just thought about the year of 2002, 2005 and onwards, this kind of thinking is not going to be possible at a normal human being's mind. It's a complete madness, because you're going to compete with a great organization like NASA, ISRO, and like all this big organizations, a private organization. A single man is going to compete with them. It's a complete madness. But as we all know that the great inventors, all the great inventors, the great scientists, the great artists, the successful people, they are little bit mad, because without this madness you can't have such a innovative thought in your mind. So you have to be little bit mad, you have to be little bit different from others, you have to be little bit innovative, creative, very much courageous. You should have the capability to take the risk in your life, to make the dreams come true. So nothing is going to be impossible. Mr. Elon Musk has proved it, not only one time, in many times. And I will discuss in my next video that what are those futuristic ideas which he had chosen when it's just at the zero level, and how he make it work out. Not only SpaceX, there are lots of things. There are at least 4 to 5 businesses which he has been started, and that works out. That just flourishing colors. It passed like a flourishing color where nobody has believed on that ideas, but he believed it. He knows what's the future is going to be happen, and he worked towards this, achieving this dream. So this is all for today. Just be tuned with me in my next video, where I will discuss you some of the great futuristic business ideas he worked up in, and how you just can learn from his life, from his strategies, and you can also make possible of your dreams come true. Take care, all of you. Signing off today. Bye-bye.